championship, went 1-1, defeated Daytona State College, but then lost to the eventual champion Barton Community College from Great Bend, Kansas. They lost by 15, 83-68. Barton was 36-1 a year ago, and they are just now, I think, showing as the number one team in the country again this year. Last year, the Senators finished 29-3, 16-2 in the conference. They finished in first place, won the conference tournament, had the two first team all conference players, Ramondo Battle and Micah Simpson, who have now moved on. Battle playing for Evansville Aces in the Missouri Valley Conference. Micah Simpson now playing for Alabama State. Also on the squad last year, a second team all conference player, J.R. Jacobs, is now playing with the University of New Orleans. As this year, the leading scorer for the Senators is Aiden Goins. I'm not sure that he is dressing out for this game. He did not play in the last game that Walter State played on Wednesday against Cleveland. An 81-58 win by Walter State to get their first conference victory. Leading scorer in that game was Malachi Brooks, who had 20 points in the game, also 9 assists. He was 5 from 8 from the three-point line. Leader in rebounds for the ballgame, Quindarius Rumpf. And let's get to the Toyota of Gallatin starting lineups. First for the visitors from Morristown, Tennessee, Malachi Brooks, Charvez Ambrose, Anthony Davis Jr., Quindarius Rumpf, and Alex Garcia, the starting five for head coach Jerry Nichols in his second season with the Senators. He's assisted by Deuce McGee. And for the Pioneers of Volunteer State, the current Division I JUCO Player of the Week nationally, Taylor Groves, starting at guard, along with Willie Wilson, Levante Ivory, and at forwards, Jaden Nesbitt and Akil King are the starting five for head coach Johnny Lynn in his second year. He's assisted by Greg Law also in his second year, and John Thomas Lynn in his first year. The referees for today's contest will be throwing the ball up at the opening tip is David Carter. He is assisted by Justin Doris and Mike Woods. Athletic Director Bobby Hudson announcing the starting lineups. I want to thank Toyota of Gallatin for their support of Vol State Athletics, located right across the eastern entrance of Volunteer State Community College. Thank General Manager Eric Carr and General Sales Manager Jake Thompson. He is the Facebook famous actor for Toyota of Gallatin. If you've seen any of their advertisements on Facebook, that's Jake Thompson. Very personable young man. Also, you looking for a new car, go over and see my buddy Wayne Hobdy. Or if you need service, go see my friend Emily Smith. Jaden Nesbitt and Alex Garcia for the opening tap. It goes to Walter State. We are underway just a little bit before 4 p.m. Central Time. Ball State comes out in a man-to-man. Willie Wilson guarding as an errant pass by Garcia, picked off by Groves. He gets it up court to King, who could not find the handle, and he will start it over with Levante Ivory. Now Willie Wilson with the basketball, the sophomore from East Nashville High School. Smallest guy in the court, and he loses the basketball. Now up court to Anthony Davis Jr. As that knocked away, Groves, who was looking up court, could not get a handle on that. And right away, Isaiah Fuller will check in for Akil King. Coach Lynn not happy, apparently, with the offensive possession down there. Wilson's going to come up and steal the pass up court to Levante Ivory, and he'll lay the ball in to the basket. lead goes to the Pioneers. Monte Ivory, freshman from Augusta, Georgia, 6'2" guard, played at Westside High School, averaging 11.7 points per game. Into the corner, and a three-point shot is good. There's that number over there. That's number 11, Anthony Davis. Number's not easy to see from that distance. In the corner, he gets a three ball up. He's averaging 7.8 points a game. Ivory drives, and he's going to go right into the chest of Senators. Two or three of them, he's going to be denied. Malachi Brooks handling the ball, and another three ball in the corner. In and out, rebound to Groves as Davis Jr. misses. Alley-oop to Nesbitt. He gets it up off the glass. Give Taylor Groves an assist in the bucket to Nesbitt. Groves averaging 6.8 assists per game as the whistle blows and a foul called on Groves. That'll be his first personal. Groves averaging, 5.9 assists per game. That is first in the conference. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll be Vol State basketball. Groves fourth in the conference in scoring at 18.7 points. Second in the league in steals with 3.3. First in assists, 5.9. Nesbitt finds Isaiah Fuller, the freshman from Decatur, Alabama. Now Levante Ivory spots up for three, but he'll pass to Willie Wilson, who hits it off the side of the backboard. Rebound to Brooks, now up to Davis Jr. Davis Jr. 1 for 2 from three. Brooks fakes a three. Now the bounce pass. Nice block by Jaden Nesbitt. He's had a triple-double this year, which includes points, rebounds, and blocked shots. Fuller step back two. It's short. And a rebound to Walter State. Ball State with the early 4-3 lead. Willie Wilson is 8th in the league in assists. And he is first in the league in steals. Three-point shot, no good. Rebound to Wilson. Going to be cut off by Brooks. Nice between the legs dribble there. Keep the basketball away from Davis Jr. Isaiah Fuller will start the offense. Wilson had 7 threes in a game the other day, and Nesbitt's attempt at a three-point shot, no good. Wilson had 27 points in the game against Calhoun last week. Rebound to Fuller, up court to Ivory, and Willie Wilson spots for three, and he drains it. Willie Wilson. Gives Vol State the early 4-point lead. Wilson now will get right up close personal to Malachi Brooks. Brooks with the basketball back, looking for a screen, can't get it. Now Alex Garcia will drain one from deep. 2 threes in the ball game for Walter State. They are 4th in the conference in three-point percentage. Taylor Groves trying to save it, does. Wilson from the same spot, thought about a three. Fuller will drive. Not sure if that was a pass or a shot, but Nesbitt ended up with it on the other side of the rim. Goes up, and he is fouled. Personal foul on Quindarius Rump. That'll be his first. And Jaden Nesbitt goes to the line. Second leading scorer on Vol State club, 59% free throw shooter. Will get 2 shots. First one is good as 4 new players come in for Walter State. Damori Lytch, Carter Metz, Elijah Clinton, Charvez Ambrose, as Nesbitt misses the second. Let's see who the other player is. So it's 5 new players in for Walters State. Mets now feeling the pressure from Wilson. Isaiah Fuller is going to get the hand as Willie Wilson's going to get called for a technical as he kicked the ball up to the offensive zone. I'm not sure if he was trying to pick it up or he did that in frustration, but he's going to be called for the technical. So Walters State is going to shoot free throws. Isaiah Fuller picks up the personal foul. Wilson picks up the technical foul, which counts toward the 5, toward disqualification. Officials Mike Woods and David Carter having a discussion. Not sure if there's going to be any change here. Charvez Ambrose will take the free throws, and he'll hit the first. Ambrose, a 76% free throw shooter. 6'6" sophomore from Memphis Bartlett. Misses the second. Ball State retains the lead and will play defense. A couple new pioneers in the game. Rob Correa, John Lloyd, Dayon Subaran join Willie Wilson and Taylor Groves. Mike Woods still having a chat with the official scorer. Bobby Hudson is the athletic director handling the scoreboard today. Ball is knocked out of bounds. Willie Wilson is going to get the steal. He's going to see Correa and got the ball to him late. It's going to go off of Correa, and a ball will go out of bounds. Walters State, full court pressure by the Pioneers. Taylor Groves now on Charvez Ambrose. Looking for a pick, but he goes right between the double team. Kick into the corner, and a 3 is dropped in by Elijah Clinton, averaging 5.2 points a game. Up court to John Lloyd. His shot off of the backboard is no good. A quick shot there on the pass. The foul is charged to Damari Lytch. John Lloyd, the freshman from Mount Juliet High School, will go to the free throw line. Lloyd, true with his first. It's only his 10th free throw of the year. He is now 4 for 11 from the line. Walters with the 10-9 lead. Here at 14 and a half minutes to go in the first half. Another attempted screen there by Lytch. Now back to Ambrose. And another shot in the corner. This one bothered. No good. Rebound to Lloyd, up to Correa, and decides to pull it out instead of complete the fast break. Carter Metz guarding Taylor Groves. It's a tough ask right there. Metz is a sophomore, redshirt sophomore out of Rogersville, Tennessee. Attended Dobbins Bennett. Willie Wilson for the step back 3. No good. Rebound to Walters State. Metz will decide against the shot. Pretty good decision as he gets it to Lytch as an easy bucket for 2. Walters State now with a full court pressure. Groves going to drive it up the left sideline, get it underneath, and it's a pass to the net. John Lloyd not expecting the ball and would have had to jump to get it. Jaden Nesbitt, the Jersey Mike sub, will check in for John Lloyd. Also back in the contest is Lamonte Ivory. Jaden Nesbitt, a 6'8" freshman from Huntsville, Alabama, attended Oakwood Academy, having a very fine freshman season. Metz will drive, kick over to Ambrose with a nice move. Gets to the rim, but can't get the shot to go. And That is Lytch. Tried to get the putback and got drilled. So he will go to the free throw line for 2. Fouls on Rob Correa, sophomore from Beach High School here in Hendersonville, Tennessee. First shot is short for Damari Lytch. Isaiah Fuller back in the ballgame for Korea. Lytch, a 6'6" freshman from Dillon, South Carolina. 1 for 2 at the free throw line. He will be replaced by Nathan Beasley, who gets his first action of the ball game. Beasley right down the road in Williamson County, Fairview, Tennessee. Full court pressure again. Isaiah Fuller being guarded by Elijah Clinton, gets it up into the front court. Levante Ivory again looking for a foul. Goes into the lane, but does not get the call. Can't get a shot up off a rim. Carter Metz with the delivery to Bradley, or Davis Jr. 15 on the shot clock. Metz gets his own pass back. And now Clinton with 8 on the clock. Tried a Euro step. That was about 4 steps. They're going to call a jump ball on the Pioneer. They got a hand on the ball. It'll be alternate possession to Vol State. 12:41 on the clock. Walter State leads 13-9. Jerry Nichols has something to say to Elijah Clinton. As checking in the game for the first time, Stevlin Morris. Dayon Subaran over to Taylor Groves. His 3 is no good. Jaden Nesbitt ends up on his tail. Apparently a push by, I think that's Nathan Beasley that got the call. He did. That's his first personal 3rd of the half for the Senators. Way into the far front court to Levante Ivory. Goes the inbound pass. Cannon Hale now in the contest for Vol State. Isaiah Fuller working on Morris. And his shot wild. Jaden Nesbitt got hammered going up for the rebound. Walter State comes out of there with the basketball. Knocked out of bounds by Ivory. A lot of contact in JUCO basketball, or in college basketball altogether, as Damari Lytch will return. Stevlin Morris will go have a seat on the Walter State bench. Carter Metz. Now Davis Jr. with Hale guarding him. Metz now 13 on the shot clock, and rimmed out was the 3. Rebound to Nesbitt as Ambrose's triple was denied by the rim. Cannon Hale, a 3-point specialist, having a little trouble from that spot. Taylor Groves knocked out of bounds. Isaiah Fuller's going to shoot and drop one in from 3. 2 threes in the ball game for Ball State. Ivory all over Carter Metz. Inbounds pass goes to Ambrose. Metz second in the conference, so the top 2 assists, actually the top 3 players in assists, as Groves gets a steal, and he'll go to the rim and deliver. And a foul called on, let's see, who's going to get that one. Again, that is going to be charged to Beasley. That's his second. Groves gets his first bucket of the ball game, and he'll go to the free throw line, where he is even 2 out of 3, 44 of 66 for Vol State. Beasley will come to the bench with those 2 fouls. Malachi Brooks checks in. Groves high, arcing free throw is good. He gets to the free throw line a lot, and of late he has been very efficient there. Full court pressure. Let's see if they come to trap Carter Metz. They will not. Ball State back in the lead, 15-13. That's gives a give and go. Now he drugged that foot, says Mike Woods, one of the three men whose opinion really matters in this game. Metz will come have a seat, and Elijah Clinton checks back in. Clinton, a 6'6 freshman from Louisville, Kentucky. Played his high school basketball at Western High School. Cannon Hale, Willie Wilson, Isaiah Fuller, Levante Ivory, and Jaden Nesbitt, who now has the basketball, fakes right, goes left. His shot altered or blocked, picked off by Ambrose. Now coming up on the halfway mark in the first half. Low scoring contest. Malachi Brooks for three. It's long. Willie Wilson tracks down the rebound, and the quickest guy on the court goes high off the glass. No good. Ivory can't pull it down. Now Ambrose gives it up. Now Lytch goes to the basket and gets fouled. Cannon Hale with the reach in is caught for his first personal. 5 fouls now for Vol State, but that was a shooting foul for Damori Lytch. In and out. Lytch now 1 for 3 at the line. Again, I don't see Aiden Goins, at least a number. I see a couple players on the bench in warm-up, so that I don't know who Aiden Goins is by face. Lytch gets the second free throw to go. Now checking back in, Alex Garcia. Alex Garcia, Elijah Clinton, Malachi Brooks, Anthony Davis Jr., and Damori Lytch, the 5 in for the Senators. Ivory will wait for Fuller to get across as John Lloyd is now in the ball game. Taylor Groves getting a breather. Ivory not afraid to drive into the lane. Fuller goes, has it stripped by Garcia. Now up court into the corner. Malachi Brooks will pull up and shoot. His shot is long. Damori Lytch fouls John Lloyd. After Lloyd got the rebound, Lytch now with 2, and he will go have a seat as Charvez Ambrose checks back in. 15-14, Vol State leads. Not sure when the last time was that Vol State defeated Walters. Could have done that research. It's probably been a little while. Vol State's hadn't won a lot of games over the last few years. Levante Ivory just cannot get one to go. He's got a couple shots inside, but 3-point bucket is good for Ambrose. And Walter State reclaims the lead. Ball State throws the ball out of bounds. Jaden Nesbitt to check in for John Lloyd. Lloyd wearing the 1 sock high on the right leg. Not sure if there's a medical purpose for any of that. He's too young to have compression socks. Willie Wilson gets another steal. Nice pass to Cannon Hale, gets it off the glass, and the put back by Jaden Nesbitt is good. We are tied up at 17. And another steal. Fuller will get it to Nesbitt, finally gets a handle on it. Fuller looked left, thought he saw Wilson, but didn't think he could get the ball to him. And the Pioneers will set up their offense, which is going to be Fuller going to the basket one-on-one. No good, gets his own rebound, goes back up. He's getting killed inside. Finally gets the bucket and the foul. Ambrose will pick up the harm. Fuller down with 5. Ambrose with his first personal. 6 team fouls for the Senators. Fuller 10th in the conference in free throw percentage, and the increases that percentage, came in at 82.6. 19 for 23, making 20 for 24. Ball State picks up full court. Willie Wilson already with a couple steals in the game. Leads the conference at 3.4. Taylor Groves right behind him with 3.3. Groves now in the ball game. Davis Jr. with the left-handed layup attempt, no good. Tap out of there, and Groves gets to the basket, and he finds himself on the floor a lot after shots. He gets that one to go, and we'll have a 30-second timeout called by head coach Jerry Nichols for Walter State. Give us time to give us a player spotlight. Today's player spotlight is John Lloyd, 6'6" freshman from Mount Juliet, Tennessee. Played at Mount Juliet High School. Son of John and Yolita. Also brother to Brianna. And John Lloyd is our High Point Health Sumner Player Spotlight today, formerly known as the Sumner Medical or Sumner Regional Medical Center. It's located in the heart of Gallatin, near the Gallatin Football Stadium. Appreciate their support of All State athletics. High Point Health Sumner. John Lloyd is 1 for 2 at the free throw line, has 1 point in the ball game. Ball State with a 5-point lead with 7:54 on the clock here in the first half. Thanks for joining us on the Ball State Sports Network. This is Tim Reese. Garrett Bruce had another commitment today, could not join us for today's game. Got almost full crew here for the men's game. His three-point attempt is short by Clinton. One and done for the Senators. And Taylor Groves going to go coast to coast off the backboard. He's looking for the foul. The pass by Carter Metz goes out of bounds. Not sure if he was passing that to our shot clock operator, Les Vincent, down at the scorer's table. Les can shoot it, but I haven't seen him make too many from his seat right there at half court. Inside to Nesbitt, and another assist to Groves. Nesbitt now with 7 in the half. Ball State out to a 7-point lead. Double team of Ambrose. He gets it up to Clinton. Akil King back in the ball game for Ball State. Nice closeout there as Alex Garcia looks for the screen. Davis Jr. is going to drive from the corner to the other side of the basket and get the bucket to go. Anthony Davis Jr. has 5 in the half. Taylor Groves, the conference player of the week and the Division I player, the national player of the week. Willie Wilson gets it to Ivory in the corner. 6 on the shot clock all the way across court. Wilson's going to fire from 3. It doesn't hit the rims. Got to get it back up. Nesbitt gets it up, but apparently the shot clock should have gone off. There was a reset, it appeared, of the shot clock, but David Carter says, no, that shot clock was supposed to go off. Nesbitt did not get it back up in the basket in time. Dayon Subaran from Nassau, Bahamas, checks in for the Pioneers. Metz got to be feeling the pressure from Willie Wilson. Interior pass, nice pass there by Clinton to Davis Jr. for the bucket. Davis Jr. slipped away from his defender and was wide open under the basket. Akil King's open for 3. Good! Akil King drops one home. That's his first 3-point basket of the year. Akil King from Snellville, Georgia, transfer from Brevard College. Played his high school basketball at Shiloh High School. 6'8" freshman in the corner for Walter State. They like that spot. Clinton hits his second 3 of the ball game. Interior pass to a King with the left hand up and off the glass. And King with 5. Maybe his highest output is there's going to be no basket. They're going to call the push off of Elijah Clinton as he was clearing out space. He picks up his first personal foul. Elijah Clinton clearing out space. He will now clear out space on the bench as he will come have a seat. Stevlin Morris in the ball game. Also, Alex Garcia, Carter Metz, Anthony Davis Jr., and Charvez Ambrose. Fadeaway 2 for Taylor Groves is good. Groves' third 2-point field goal. He has 7. A double team just over the half-court line. And a push-out foul is going to be called on Akil King. It's his first personal. Akil got his first or second start, I believe, of the year. Today's game. Started down at Southwest Tennessee. He also has the one leg that looks like a legging, though, or not sure what guys call them. One leg covered and one leg naked. Ambrose has the ball knocked away by Wilson. He's going to spot up in the corner. He's going to fire. No good. Ball is knocked by Subaran into King, who knocks it out of bounds. Ball State still leads 7-7. Isaiah Fuller over to the scorer's table, and he will replace Akil King as the Jersey Mike sub, located at 940 Memory Lane in Gallatin. Thanks to Michelle Fuller and the group over there at Jersey Mike's. They are a sub above, and this broadcaster's personal favorite. AD, I'm sure they call him, Anthony Davis Jr., and the pass from Ambrose gets by Davis. He picks it up, and that'll be an over and back. Turnover to Vol State, who will inbound in their offensive side of the court with 20 on the shot clock. We've got a new senator in the ball game, Quindarius Rumpf, replacing Garcia. Isaiah Fuller asking for the basketball. Nesbitt pass is knocked away. Nesbitt with the block shot. Both Walter State and Vol State going after the basketball, and it says that it is, our official says it's Vol State basketball. Now 2 new Pioneers will check in. Cannon Hale and Levante Ivory having a seat. Willie Wilson and Dayon Subaran. Malachi Brooks also back in the ball game for Walter State. Taylor Groves just got across the timeline as Cannon Hale was throwing him the ball. Groves drives, kicks out to Ivory. His 3 is off, and Jaden Nesbitt was able to recover. The 3 attempt by Ivory didn't hit the rim, and Nesbitt was able to save it off of a Senator player. 8 on the shot clock for the Pioneers. And Groves has his pass knocked back out of bounds. He'll now, as the officials are looking to see, I think they're saying if, in fact, anything should go off the shot clock. The ball never came in bounds, so shot clock stays at 8. Cannon Hale for 3. You don't know that he needed to get it off that quick, but you might as well if you can drill it like that. Cannon Hale from downtown. He makes his home right here in Gallatin, Tennessee. Transfer from Cumberland University. He's a redshirt freshman. Love to see Cannon Hale get hot. Hit 5 threes in his very first game with Vol State. Malachi Brooks will spot up for 3. His attempt is no good. Tapped off the backboard by Nesbitt, and Ivory splits the defense across the timeline, and he'll go right to the rim. His Finger roll is no good. And Ball State comes out of there with the basketball. Hale bounce pass to Nesbitt, being guarded by Garcia. 15-footer is no good from the elbow. Rebound to Walter State. Under 2.5 minutes to play in the half. Chavez Ambrose now looking for Quindarius Rump, but comes back out to the top of the circle. 17 on the shot clock as the Senators work it all the way around the perimeter. 3-point shot by Ambrose is good. That's his second three in the 6th of the half for the Senators as they try to cut into the lead. Ball State now with a 7-point lead again. Groves directing traffic. The former Ole Miss Rebel football player Fuller got bumped. Nesbitt tried to make the pass over to the corner to Hale, who's wide open. Has the ball knocked out of bounds, says Mike Woods, the official underneath the basket. 8 again on that shot clock, 1:43 on the game clock here in the first half. Groves inbound, and there's going to be a holding foul. Looks like Stevlin Morris is going to be nabbed with trying to hold the shirt of Cannon Hale. It'll be his first personal. In the bonus are the Pioneers. First shot by Hale is no good. I think he thought he had 2 shots, but free throw no good. Hale struggling from free throw line. He is 0 for 2 now. That's only his second free throw attempt, according to the stats. 3-point shot is no good. Rebound to Walters. Ambrose finally gets his third attempt up and in. Ball State now with only a 5-point lead, 34-29. See what kind of offensive set head coach Johnny Lynn and Greg Law call here. Groves going to spot up for 3. His shot is short. One and done are the Pioneers. Under a minute to play. Morris drives and is stopped by Cannon Hale, who leaves his spot. Turnover to Groves. He's going to not shy away, and he'll get the hesitation layup, and he has something to say to Ambrose. Two-second difference on the shot clock and the game clock. Anthony Davis Jr. being guarded by Cannon Hale. That's a mismatch, folks. Cannon Hale's going to need some help. Davis waiting for the shot clock to go down. 7 on the clock now. He's going to go 6. He's going to go right. He's going to get pushed down by Cannon Hale. It'll be his second foul of the half. And in the bonus goes Walter State. Davis Jr. 75% from the free throw line, 9 of 12 in the 6 games that he's played. Davis Jr., a redshirt sophomore, 6'5", Stevens City, Virginia. Transfer from Fairfield University. And 10 points in the game against Cleveland State on Wednesday. His first shot no good, but the rebound goes to Walter State, and another block shot by Jaden Nesbitt, and the ball goes out of bounds off of Ball State. But they dodged a bullet there. Missed free throw by Davis. They nearly had a putback. 1.9 on the clock. Davis again, turnaround shot is no good at the buzzer. And Ball State survives that offensive possession and will take a 7-point lead into the locker room at half. We'll take a break here on the Ball State Sports Network. We'll be back with the unofficial.
One thing I would say that's really special about Ball State is essentially the relationship that the institution has with its students.
This is a place where you can get comfortable and you can be fine-tuned with the people that are in the same field as you are.
Ball State is like my second home. I've gained so much here, I can't even describe it all. So my story began for me about 5 years ago. Had the world in the palm of my hands. I go into work one day, and then I'm told you're going to be laid off indefinitely. We don't have a space or a place for you. And there was two things I could have done. I could have just folded and just said, you know what, my life is ruined. It's over. I'm defeated. Or I could pick myself up, dust myself off, and say, let's start again. And so I decided that I would come to Ball State.
Ball State's prepared me by giving me all the skills I need to start off. This first class is about mechanical engineering and more of the physical side of mechatronics, just creating 3D objects with routers and mills.
This is where it's all at.
I didn't realize how great this place was until I really explored my options.
But we have a great recording industry program. We have great equipment. We have some faculty here who have worked in the industries. I love Ball State. I would recommend it to anybody. I want to go into PR and journalism. Being at a smaller community college helped me to better navigate and know what to expect when I'm ready to expand my studies at another university.
I think this was the perfect start to my journey. Possibilities are endless.
It's a solid foundation that you can go anywhere in the country with.
My dad and my parents, period, were my biggest champions. He got sick and we didn't know it. He died of cancer. It was sudden. And he kept asking me, baby, when are you going to graduate? I was like, it's coming. It's coming. I really thought I couldn't do it. But I was determined. And here I am now at the finish line. Living proof you can do anything that you put your mind to. Just got to believe. This has been a great journey. I have nothing but great memories. And I will cherish these memories for as long as I can. It's been tough. It really has been tough. I've had a lot of hills to climb. I've had obstacles. But now I'm at the top of the mountain and the view is incredible. I see so many possibilities in front of me. And Ball State, it changed my life.
My name is Brent Cross. I'm a student at Ball State. This is my first day. All my cousins have gone here and said it's always a good school. It's a lot different than high school. Just tons of people, and I don't know anybody.
Do you need help finding a class? Are you good? My name is Trinice Palmer. I'm a student at Ball State Community College. I just kind of help with students find their way around campus. This is starting my second year here at Ball State. See what we can get done. But you have a lot of high school students that are, have a hard time transitioning between high school requirements and college requirements. What I like about Ball State is that you get involved with a lot of the, campus events and campus clubs and societies. And I'm pretty much taking advantage of all those things. So,
my name is Kita De La Cruz. I play baseball at Volunteer State, and I am a pioneer. Well, I wasn't the greatest student in high school. I barely passed. I never really strived to do better. I didn't know where I was going to go to college. As of now, I'd like to go to Grand Junction, win a ring over there. And then after that, in June, go in the draft.
Here we go.
I have high expectations. I expect to learn a lot. Just doing what I got to do.
I'm studying business administration right now. Yeah, I plan on graduating here and go to like MTSU or Tech or something.
my goal is to become a surgeon, and in the process, I'm majoring in biology. One of my dreams is to pursue finding a cure for cancer and other illnesses and diseases that are out there that's affecting the world. I would have to say this would be a stepping stone for me. I just want to take out the time to, do whatever is necessary and whatever steps or process that it would take to get me closer to that. So
we've had a bunch of All-Americans. And then we have all the players that were drafted from here to the pros. So if I put in the work I have to, I could be the next one on this list. That's something I've always dreamed of when I was little. And just trying to make everybody in my family happy.
Man, thanks to that ball and personal price you gave me, I was able to scoop me up some new kicks.
Really? I like those. You look like you're ready for a marathon now.
You know, on second thought, we're always looking for some fresh talent. Have you thought about going back and playing?
Really? Man, have I ever.
Go to the goal. There you go, buddy. Jake.
You for real, Coach?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing about the personal price, Coach. Everybody at Toyota Gallatin gets it. That's what makes us so special.
Well, on second thought, I think we're all booked up.
Come on, Coach. For real? Give me a shot.
We'll pass.
Oh, come on. Wow.
Welcome to the Vol State Nursing Lab. The simulation lab allows students to come in a safe environment and practice real-world patient care without worrying about harming patients. We have 5 high-fidelity mannequins that we use with our nursing students in our lab to simulate real-world scenarios that they're going to see once they're out in the hospitals working. We have an adult mannequin, as you see here. She simulates everything from a normal patient to wounds to trachs, IVs, you can give her medications. We have pediatric mannequins. We have a mom mannequin. We also have other models where students can start IVs. They can put tubes and drains in. They can remove tubes and drains, do wound care. Also, if we lose clinical placement, then students can still simulate those real world experiences in the lab to get the same experience and be prepared when they graduate and enter the workforce as a nurse.
Take the step. 1, 2, 3, just like that. Take the step, the one you've always wanted to a better you and a brighter future. Choose a path to create, innovate, or educate. A path to your career. One that builds you as a person, or one where you build for the people of the future. Choose a path to save lives or check eyes, to study the human body, soul, and mind, to fight crime both in person or online, to code, market, or be an entertainment rock star. Take the step to your full potential, to everything you've dreamed of. Take the step here, there, and eventually everywhere. With the pros of the profession, the Grammy winners, the commercial producers, the engineers, the doctors. Life is full of steps, so why not make yours count? This is us. This is Vol State.
Tim Reese back on the Vol State Sports Network, where we are at halftime. The Pioneers leading 36-29. And here are the unofficial halftime statistics in scoring. Leading scorer for Walter State, Charvez Ambrose with 9, 7 for Anthony Davis Jr., 6 for Elijah Clinton, 4 for Damari Lytch, and Alex Garcia with 3 points. Senators were 3 of 7 at the free throw line and dropped in 6 3-point baskets. Had more 3-point baskets than 2-point field goals in the first half. For the Pioneers, leading scorer Taylor Groves with 9. Jaden Nesbitt with 7. Isaiah Fuller with 6. 5 for Akil King, 3 each by Willie Wilson and Cannon Hale. 2 points for Levante Ivory, 1 point for John Lloyd, for a total of 36 points. Pioneers were 4 of 7 at the free throw line, and they hit 4 3-pointers in the first half. The Pioneers are led by Taylor Groves. He is 4th in the conference in scoring at 18.7 points. He is just about halfway to his average. He has a triple-double already this year against Motlow State. That was last Saturday, 30 points, 11 rebounds, 11 assists. He had a double-double against Coahoma, 19 points and 13 rebounds. He has been at double digits in all 9 of the games that he has played previous to today. Season high was that 30-point output against Motlow. On Wednesday, he had 25 to lead the Pioneers in a 70-68 thrilling victory over the Salukis down in Memphis. He was 9 of 10 from the free throw line. Levante Ivory with 14 points in the contest, 12 for Jaden Nesbitt. He and Lloyd both fouled out as they were going against the offensive juggernaut that is Gene LaFleur, the 6'10 sophomore from Haiti. Nesbitt nearly had a double-double. He had 9 rebounds in the ball game. Jaden Nesbitt averaging 12.1 points per game and also 9.3 rebounds and 3 blocks each game. Saw that the player, the leading scorer in the league for Motlow State, Tristan Fleming, who did not play against Vol State last Saturday, but due to a 1-game suspension, he picked up 42 points on Wednesday night against Roane State. Motlow State got the win, 91-85, and Fleming poured in 42. I did a little research over the last couple days and saw that that is 2nd in the conference in the last year and all of this year. It's the most points that have been scored this year in a contest. Last year, the most points scored in a game was by Myquan Tucker of Volunteer State. He scored 45. There were only 3 other 40-plus point efforts on the year. James Williams of Chattanooga State had 40 on 2 different occasions. Sebastian Tidor of Roane State scored 41. So you just don't see it a lot. And the young man from Whitehaven High School in Memphis, Tristan Fleming, is he's had 38 in the ball game. He's had 27, but apparently he got a little upset an official at Pellissippi State and was teed up a couple times. Had to sit during Vol State's game last Saturday, a 73-64 win by Vol State, but came back with a vengeance. He was 5 of 10 at 3-point arc and 9 of 11 from the free throw line, scoring 42 points. So just wanted to tell you about that offensive output. But of course, our own Taylor Groves is the National Division I Men's Basketball Player of the Week. Kendall Myrie for the second of 3 weeks for the Lady Pioneers is the TCCAA Conference Player of the Week. We are about set for second half action as Willie Wilson, Jaden Nesbitt, Levante Ivory, Akil King, and Taylor Groves will start the second half just as they started the first half. Malachi Brooks, Alex Garcia, Charvez Ambrose, Anthony Davis Jr., and Quindarius Rumpf, the starting five for Walter State. Ball State with a 7-point lead, trying to hold on to get their fourth conference win of the year. And Walter State draws an early foul. This is going to be on Willie Wilson. There's 2 fouls on Wilson. Rumpf misses the first free throw attempt. Quindarius did not score in the first half. 6'9" freshman from Sanford, Florida, drops in the second free throw attempt. Full court pressure. Akil King and Taylor Groves as the pass up court gets to Ivory, and he's going to go right to the rim again and have another shot blocked. Ivory has had that happen about 3 or 4 times. He never even gets the ball up off the rim. Step back 3 for Brooks is good. That's his first score of the contest. 7th 3-point shot. Pass up court stolen by Brooks. Taylor Groves going to block the shot of Alex Garcia, but the putback is good. Willie Wilson is going to be fouled by Brooks. Basket went to Garcia. Brooks picks up his first personal foul. Isaiah Fuller will be the first Jersey Mike sub of the second half. David Carter telling Mike Woods to inbound the basketball down by there's a little small line on the out of bounds court. Taylor Groves, a fall away shot. That's his second fall away bucket of the ball game. He's now in double figures with 11. 38-35, 7-point lead, now down to 3. Ambrose with a fake left, goes right. Davis Jr. gets cut off in the lane. Out to Brooks looking for the screen. Now Rumpf will drive on Ivory, and the nice delivery to Davis Jr. for the dunk. Davis Jr. now with 9. Ivory from the right wing over to Willie Wilson for 3, and it nestles in. Willie Wilson and Malachi Brooks kind of got a little one-on-one action going against each other here. Wilson has been in the shorts of Brooks. Shot no good by Garcia, and the rebound to the Pioneers as Groves will go high off the glass, miss the layup. Brooks picks it up and passes over to Ambrose. Anthony Davis Jr. out to Rumpf, or Garcia, I'm sorry. His 3 is no good. Ball State with a 4-point lead in the basketball. Working left to right on your communication device or watching device. Willie's going to fire again, and he's going to nail from 3. And timeout is called. It's going to be a timeout for, I believe, let's see if Walter State is going to call that. It's going to be a full timeout, but we'll keep it right here as Wilson is hot, and that's exactly what head coach Jerry Nichols is trying to slow down is that hot shooting from the Pioneers, now back out to a 7-point lead. Let's get you another player spotlight brought to you by High Point Health. Dayon Subaran, 6'4", 180-pound redshirt freshman from the Nassau, Bahamas. Played high school basketball at the Webb School and at Coffee County. It's a transfer from Bryan College, general studies major here at Vol State, the son of LaToya Stubbs. He has a grandma angel somewhere. I mean, everybody needs to have an angel for a grandma, don't they? Dayon Subaran is our High Point Health Sumner player spotlight. High Point Health Sumner, formerly known as Sumner Regional Medical Center, located in the heart of Gallatin near Gallatin Football Stadium, at Gallatin High School Football Stadium. Dayon Subaran, 3 points on Wednesday down at Southwest, collected 2 rebounds. See what he is averaging on the year. He had to sit a couple of games due to coming off the bench during a little bit of a scuffle during a Columbia State game. So he's only played in 7 of the 9 games, averaging 8.1 points a game, leading the team in three-point percentage, just under 46%. Walter State with the basketball, down by 7. Get it in on the full court pressure, man-to-man, no trapping by Johnny Lynn's squad. Charvez Ambrose gets a screen from Damari Lytch, L-Y-T-C-H. Elijah Clinton also back in the ball game. Lytch looking for the basketball, double teamed out to Clinton. Cut off by Fuller, and now Anthony Davis Jr. has his shot off the glass and in. I thought maybe Nesbitt had gotten it, but Davis Jr. with his second field goal of the second half. He has 11. He looks like he can get his shot anytime he wants. Up court pass to Groves. Cannon Hale in the corner, but a quick closeout by Lytch. And his pass is knocked away. Turnover. Lytch goes to the basket, cut off by Groves. Swinging it all around the three-point line. Clinton goes in and has his shot blocked by Nesbitt. Up court to Wilson. Don't leave him alone there. Hale closed out. Gets it into Nesbitt. Fakes right, fakes left. Couple of moves. Gets it off the glass, and it's no good. Rebound to Lytch. Walters now in the front court. They're working on Nesbitt, but he keeps blocking shots. Nesbitt with 3 blocked shots on average per game. That is third in the league. Gets another one. He's probably got a half a dozen already in this game. 15 and a half minutes to go in the ball game. Groves trying to drive to the basket, and he is fouled. Maybe a little one-on-one crime, and it is, as Damari Lytch, number 1, gets the foul on number 1, Taylor Groves. Ball State will inbound underneath their own basket. Dayon Subaran checks back in for the Pioneers, as does Stevlin Morris for Davis Jr. Nesbitt will get it in the lane, working to the right. He has his shot blocked. Carter Metz now in the game for Walter State. Ambrose for the 3, in and out. Taylor Groves pulls down the rebound, and he will bounce pass to Nesbitt, has another shot blocked. A one-on-one, 10-on-10. Ambrose with the 360 move is fouled by Dayon Subaran. Ambrose will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. There was some up and down action there. Nesbitt just did not have control of the basketball and his feet. Couldn't get much lift down there. First one for Ambrose is good. Nesbitt is going to get a rest as John Lloyd checks in. A.J. Fawcett, our chief engineer, came by for a few minutes. had to get back to his grandson's birthday party. Ambrose 2 for 2. Have a full staff here for the men's game. A little short staff for the women's game, but Willie Wilson will not be able to get to that one as Groves has his pass stolen. Then he steals it right back with the left hand. It's no good. Walter State with the basketball. Down by 3 as Lytch went right into the chest of John Lloyd and draws another personal foul. And we'll go to the free throw line. Lloyd picks up his first. So let's see who we got. Paris Howard and Gloria Taylor down on the floor on cameras. Tamira Dreer and Catherine Nixon on cameras up here on the mezzanine level. Hey, I love you too, Tamira. You have no idea how great it is to have this full staff as Damari Lytch goes 1 for 2 again at the free throw line. He's 3 for 6. Get you the rest of our staff here in just a minute. Wilson's open for 3. Close out quickly. It's going to go to the basket and get the finger roll to go as the 2-point bucket for Wilson is good. He has 3 threes in the game, and that's his first 2-point field goal. 11 points for the sophomore transfer from UT Chattanooga. Ambrose gives it up to Clinton, who's going to drive into the lane. Back out to Ambrose. He'll go and replace Clinton into the lane and get the bucket. Fuller barely across that half-court line when he received the pass. His shot in the lane, no good. John Lloyd's putback, no good. It is Walter State. Stevlin Morris knocked Lytch off the ball. Lytch was able to get the basketball to his teammate Ambrose. Ball State with only a 2-point lead as Walter State looks to tie it up or go ahead on this possession. Carter Metz in the corner. Isaiah Fuller and Damari Lytch battling under the basket. The shot as the shot clock buzzer was going off, did not hit a rim. Damari Lytch looks like he might have a lower back issue. Might have to have all-world trainer Justin McKinney take a look. Justin McKinney in his 12th, maybe 13th year here at Vol State. Pioneers have to get the ball across half court. Finally do. Wilson's open for 3. He's going to fire, and his shot is long. John Lloyd playing a little volleyball, but in the ball game is Alex Garcia, and he comes down with the loose ball. Clinton for Walter State started to drive and then pulled it back out. Now Malachi Brooks looking for a screen. Bounce passes back out to Garcia. 12 on the shot clock. Now in the opposite corner. And an air ball put up by Morris. Dayon Subaran, up court pass to Fuller. Makes the catch, about 3 fakes. Shot is blocked, but somebody, and it's number 4, is Elijah Clinton. That says he's the one who committed the infraction. Picks up his second personal foul. Isaiah Fuller will go to the free throw line. A left-handed shooter. Couple dribbles, and the first is no good. Haven't seen that much this year. Levante Ivory returns, and Willie Wilson will take a break. Fuller drops in the second. That's his 7th point. First time here for the ball game this year. Matthew Gregory is our producer director for the men's game. Morris going to get knocked off his path to the basket by Isaiah Fuller as he started to go and then pass back. So Fuller will pick up his second personal. 20 on the shot clock for Walter State. Morris with an elbow up high on Fuller. And the 17-foot jumper by Ambrose is good. Devontae Ivory with only 2 points in the ball game. Going to need him to start getting in the flow of the game offensively. He keeps on driving to the basket, but having his shot blocked, and they're not calling the foul. He drives again, pulls up this time, and the little runner is good. Levante, let me just go ahead and call your offensive sets. Was shot missed by Walters. The putback, no good. Now Ivory 1-on-2. Going to drive all the way to the basket, get it off the glass, but kind of a wild shot as Ambrose comes out of there. Gives it up to Garcia, who's going to go right to the rim with the left hand, no good. Rebound to Groves, and a 3-on-2 developing for the Pioneers. Ivory with the bucket after the assist from Groves. And another timeout called by Walter State as the Pioneers have now come out to a 5-point lead. And we will keep it right here, 30-second timeout. Let's get to the rest of our crew. Sarah Carson on graphics. Matthew Gregory, of course, just said he's producing and directing this show. Freddie Miller back on sound today. And I think that is everybody. So we appreciate all the folks that are here. All students here at Volunteer State Community College. So last year we had Matthew Gregory and Nico Wallace and a couple of other students that came, and we had a good time there. But A.J. Fawson has absolutely knocked it out of the park here on the production staff this year. And I'm not sure what he's giving away over there in the his department, but sure appreciate all the great work we're getting here, great camera work and zoomed in cameras. Got the steady camera up here on the mezzanine level that follows the basketball. And I tell you, I couldn't be any happier. I don't have to plug anything in. I can just come up here and put my headset on, do all my preparation for the game while I sit in my office at home. 11-11 on the game clock, 51-46, Ball State with the lead, trying to hold on. Had a 7-point halftime lead. And Ball State has, in my experience, typically had good halves. First half, it's the second half that has been a problem for the Pioneers. Malachi Brooks will swing it over to Elijah Clinton. His three is in and out. Rebound, one-handed rebound by Lytch. Has his shot blocked by Brooks. 17 on the shot clock. A lot of action underneath the basket. Got a new shot clock, and Brooks is going to drop in the three. I think Walter State got about 5 shots at the basket during that possession. And now only a 2-point lead for the Pioneers. Another fadeaway shot, no good this time. Fuller's going to pick up the pushing foul. That'll be his third. So a Senator tumble. Walter State with 3 timeouts left. Vol State with 6 timeouts left. I'm not sure if that's accurate or not. I thought if you didn't take a timeout in the first half, you lost it, but not positive about that. Clinton and Brooks, the 2 guards at the top of the Walter State offense as they start the 3-man weave. Brooks looking for an outlet, finds Morris. Now back to Brooks, being guarded by Willie Wilson. 5 on the shot clocks. Brooks gives it up to Morris. His 3 is wild, doesn't hit anything. And another football move. Willie Wilson gets the pass up from Taylor Groves and drops it home. Touchdown, Willie Wilson. 2 football players playing some basketball. Groves at Ole Miss. Willie Wilson at UT Chattanooga. Ambrose now working on Akil King. Gives it up to Brooks. Groves is fronting Lytch. Now closeout. That's got to be a foul. No foul called as Morris was going strong to the basket. Lamonte Ivory get it out to Wilson. Groves. Couple fake shots. Akil King, he's going to fire from three. Short, tapped up by Nesbitt, fighting for the rebound. 1-on-5 in there under the basket. Walter State comes out of there with the basketball. 8:40 on the game clock. Ambrose to Morris. He's going to drive in and have his arm slapped by Ivory. Levante picks up his first personal foul. Got 6 on the Pioneers in the half. Next foul by Ball State will result in 1 in the bonus for Walters. It has been a tough matchup there as Brooks couldn't get the runner to go. Wilson underneath to King. Now back to Wilson. Nesbitt has hit from there, but that's not his game. He's going to drive all the way to the basket. He's still working, gets it to King. He's going to fire and no good. Rebound to Walter State as Nesbitt was the only white shirt underneath the basket for the Pioneers. Each team with a player at the scorers table. As I'm not sure who that is. Is that Lytch? That he just sat down on the court and not sure what happened. He just sat down on the court while the offensive possession. And now a foul was called on that drive. Nesbitt's going to pick up the foul. And the free throw is good by Ambrose. Nesbitt picks up his first. Isaiah Fuller checks in for Akil King. That was a bizarre possession there for Walters. Not sure what happened. In and out. They're going to say that Isaiah Fuller got into the lane too soon, and Ambrose is going to get another free throw attempt. And he's going to take advantage. He was 5 for 6 at the free throw stripe. 17 points for Charvez Ambrose. I am unofficial on my stats. 2-point lead for the Pioneers. In the corner, Wilson, he's got a 5 for 3. It's going to be short. Carter Metz is going to get called on the offensive elbow. They're going to say, well, he was underneath the basket. Carter Metz picks up his first personal. We've got 4 for Walters in the half. Cannon Hale in the ball game, along with Willie Wilson, Isaiah Fuller, Lamonte Ivory, and Jaden Nesbitt. Wilson dribbles around in a circle, comes back out, gives it up to Ivory with 8 on the shot clock. He'll drive to the basket. Let's see if they call that a or basket interference. Goaltending, they're going to count the bucket, and Ivory's going to go to the line. Ivory asking if they're counting the bucket, and they are. Ivory will go to the free throw line for 1 shot. Foul was called on Elijah Clinton. That's his 3rd. Ivory with the free throw and the old-fashioned 3-point play. He has 9 in the contest. 5-point lead for the Pioneers. Again, trying to get to 4-1 in conference play. They won 4 conference games all last year, went 4-14. 6 and 24 overall. The shot inside by Clinton was no good, but it got back out to Brooks, and he hits for three. All three of his field goals beyond the three-point arc and have been in the second half. He has 9 up court to Willie Wilson. He's not afraid to get into the paint. Jaden Nesbitt gets there to his spot and rolls one in. Nesbitt, who's had a few that have rolled out, deserved to have one roll in. He has 9. Brooks out to Davis Jr., closed out by Cannon Hale. Now he's going to try it again. Hale trying desperately to stay in front of Anthony Davis, but into the lane goes Clinton. Elijah Clinton, the 6'6" freshman from Louisville, now with 8. Under the 6-minute mark, Ball State cannot open up this lead against Walters. Ivory flashed to the basket. Fuller with the spin move, the up and the under, has the shot blocked, but Malachi Brooks does not agree with the call made by Justin Doris. He picks up the harm. That's his second personal foul. And Fuller will go to the free throw line. And if you're a Vol State fan, that's who you want right there. Pretty left-handed shot, Isaiah Fuller. Dayon Subaran returns to the game with his colorful yellow shoes. Cannon Hale will have a seat. 2 for 2 for Isaiah Fuller, who is 4 for 5 at the charity stripe. He has 9 in the ball game. And now Rob Correa. I think the Pioneers only have 2 left-handed shooters, Correa and Fuller. And Fuller comes out. I guess Johnny Lynn thinks you can only have 1 left-handed shooter in a game at one time. I'm just kidding, folks. Davis Jr. is double teamed, and his attempt at the basket, no good. Nice pass up by Correa, and Nesbitt gets another bucket. Now 6-point lead for Ball State. Clinton gets by Correa and draws the contact. A little hip on hip there as Clinton trying to free up some space. Correa with the slap. Picks up his second personal. See if they call that a shooting foul. Would assume they are. And they are. Clinton's first attempt is a clank off the back of the iron. Elijah Clinton has only been at the free throw line 8 times, make it 9 as he drops that one in. Shooting 71%, 5 of 7. Now 6 of 9. Groves beats the pressure, goes right into the basket, but has it picked. His pocket picked by Davis Jr. And Walter State, almost a travel, and a shot is no good. Rebound to Correa, the energetic sophomore from Beach High School. Ivory spots up for 3, can't get it to go. Correa taps it, but Malachi Brooks picks up the basketball up to Charvez Ambrose, over to Brooks, who's wide open for 3. His shot is no good. Ivory with the rebound, a 2-on-1, and he will go to the basket. Turns out it hand over, can't get the layup to go. Walter State comes back, and they have numbers. Anthony Davis will do the up and under and get the basket and the timeout. And that will be a full timeout for Walter State. So we'll take a break with them. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network.
We're all working in the cloud. But what really is the cloud? If you start pulling back the clouds themselves, you find out it's an infrastructure. Computer science is really computer engineering. Right now, Middle Tennessee is quickly becoming a growing tech hub with several IT companies that are looking for skilled workers. If you're pursuing the CIT program at Ball State, you're preparing yourself to fill those positions.
Jim Reese back on the Ball State Sports Network. Thanks for joining me this afternoon for TCC AA conference action between the Walters State Senators and the Ball State Pioneers. Walters State comes in with a 1-2 conference record. They're tied with Roane State and Dyersburg State. Dyersburg State was picked 10th in the conference of 11 teams. Walters and Roane were picked 1 and 3 respectively. And they come in tied for 7th place as Roane, Walters, and Dyersburg in men's action. The only undefeated team in conference action, Columbia State. They are 4-0. And Ball State with a very, very tight 65-62 loss to Columbia State earlier in the year. As Columbia State has defeated Cleveland State 75-54 today. Roane State defeated Dyersburg State 97-72. Ball State basketball, Groves breaks the press. Gets it across the timeline. Jaden Nesbitt looking for it underneath the basket, raising his hands. Dayon Subaran at the top of the key. I don't think he's had a three-point shot. He's going to go in, have his shot blocked. Fuller over to Groves. 10 on the shot clock. Let's see if Groves drives. He will on Ambrose. Kicks it over to Subaran, who has to save it from going out of bounds. Nesbitt has to put it up. Somebody's got to shoot it. And the shot does not go up. And the shot clock violation will give the ball to Walters State. Finishing the men's conference action today, Chattanooga State defeated Southwest Tennessee 74-65. Jackson State is leading Motlow State 60-51. 5.5 minutes to go in the second. Pellissippi State plays out of conference against Gadsden State Community College this evening. Carter Metz being guarded by Dayon Subaran. Now gets it to Clinton. He sees Davis Jr. wide open for another dunk. And just a 1-point lead now for the Pioneers. 15 unofficially for Anthony Davis Jr. Averages 7.8 points a game. Taylor Groves, see if the offense is going to go through him with 6 on the shot clock. I'm sure it will. He's going to fade away, and his shot is short, knocked out of bounds by Walters State. Ball State will get a fresh 20 and the basketball with 2:55 to go in the contest. Ball State averaging 78 points a game, which is 7th in the conference. Walters averaging 83 points, which is 4th in the conference. Not going to get to there today unless we go to overtime, you wouldn't think. 62-61. Nesbitt trying to find some room, finds Willie Wilson in the corner for 3. Willie Wilson drops another one home. It is 4 3 balls in the ball game for Wilson. He has been up to 7. He had 7 earlier. Last year, there were only 2 players that got 7 3-point made three-pointers. It was Myquan Tucker and Asa Hardyway. Asa Hardyway now playing for Fisk University here in Nashville. Levante Ivory will replace Dayon Subaran. Carter Metz will go to the free throw line. Subaran picks up his second personal. Metz drops in the first. He'll get the bonus. That's his first point of the ball game. Metz, a redshirt sophomore from Rogersville, Tennessee. Dobbins Bennett last year played in 32 games, averaged 2.2 points per game. And drops 2 free throws in, shooting 86% from the free throw stripe. Up court, Ivory cannot get the handle on the up court pass. All State lead down to 2. Malachi Brooks handling the basketball, gives it up to Clinton, who gives it over to Ambrose. All State is guarding way out as Groves picks off that pass. He's not going to give it up. He's going to go all the way to the basket, and he's going to go to the free throw line for 2 shots. This is where Taylor Groves picks up a lot of points late in the ball game at the free throw line as Metz picks up his second foul. Groves has only been at the line 1 time today. Make it 2. He drops it in. Two for 2 for Groves. And a timeout. I think that is Vol State's first timeout. And they will take a full timeout. We'll take a break with them. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network.
The demand for mechatronics professionals is on the rise. Students get to earn a wage and college credit simultaneously via our work-based learning program. This hands-on experience gives them a competitive edge in the job market. Industries like automotive, aerospace, electronics, healthcare, and even mining rely heavily on these systems. These positions offer competitive salaries and a chance to contribute to the cutting-edge technologies that are shaping the world around us. Join us in pioneering the future of manufacturing through the power of mechatronics. Visit fallstate.edu to start blazing your pathway now. Classes are available now at the Gallatin and Cookeville campuses.
We are back with just under 2 minutes to go in the contest. 67-63, Vol State with a 4-point lead. Vol State will be back in action right here at the Richard Moore Gymnasium inside the Pickle Fieldhouse next Tuesday to take on out-of-conference foe Northeast Mississippi. Women's game at 5 and the men's game to follow. Walter State will be in action at Georgia Highlands. 7 p.m. I believe that is next Tuesday as well. Make sure you can go to their website and check their schedule to see. I did not write the date down for some reason. I don't have their schedule in front of me. Walters with the basketball, down by 4. Malachi Brooks goes right to the rim and lays it in. Hit the Staples button. That was easy. His first 2-point basket of the ball game. He has 11, all in the second half, averaging 13 for the season. Is the 6-foot freshman from Union City High School in Union City, Tennessee. Former East Robertson player Taylor Groves from the elbow. His shot in and out, tapped by Fuller, no good, as Groves wanted to go for the basket. Nesbitt can't get the block, and Davis Jr. drops in another field goal. All tied up. Groves with the slick pass over to Nesbitt, and Nesbitt lays it in. Jaden Nesbitt with 6 in the half, as we have a whistle blow, and I'm not sure if we have a clock violation or clock issue. 58.5 showing on the game clock. Vol State up by 2. Head coach Johnny Lynn talking to somebody emphatically. I'm not sure if he's talking to Nesbitt or what do we have? (69-67). We're trying to fix the clock. 27 now on the shot clock, 55 on the game clock. Mets inbounds to Malachi Brooks. He's joined by Davis Jr., Clinton, and Ambrose. The 5 in for Walters. Clinton with the between the legs dribble. Drives on Nesbitt, up and under, no good. Nesbitt gets the rebound out of there. Over to Groves, and Groves will wait for his teammates as he gets it across the timeline. See if they try to foul, and they won't before Johnny Lynn will get a timeout to talk to his troops about how he wants the offense to go. It'll be a full timeout, but we'll keep it right here as get you some more information about Vol State. Willie Wilson had 7 3-pointers in the game against Calhoun on his way to 27-point scoring. And as I said last year, only 2 players had 7 free points made in a game. Myquan Tucker, I believe, was in his 45-point game. That was the second to last game of the year. Possibly, I believe that was in the conference tournament. And Asa Hardyway, the sophomore out of McGavock High School, made 7 3-pointers in a game as well. Doesn't happen a lot, so just wanted to point out to you about Willie Wilson's big game against Calhoun last week. Wilson has 4 made threes in this ball game, 3 in the second half. That's a total of 7 for the team. Ball State is 6 of 7 from the free throw line in the second half. That makes them 10 of 14 from the free throw line, and we might see a free throw contest, at least for Vol State, if Walters wants to foul. Taylor Groves, Isaiah Fuller, Willie Wilson, Dayon Subran, and Jaden Nesbitt in the ball game. Nesbitt is a 60% free throw shooter. Wilson is 61.5. If you want, put the ball in the hands of Isaiah Fuller, but they got it in the hands of Willie Wilson, able to get the ball. They're going to call another timeout. Johnny Lynn saw things scrambling again, and he calls another full timeout. That's probably not the offensive possession that he was looking for, but he has 13 seconds on the shot clock now. And again, I want to give a shout out to our production staff here today. Let's see if we can call them out. Paris Howard and Gloria Taylor down on cameras on the court. The cameras up top here. Tamira Dreer and Catherine Nixon handling our mezzanine level cameras. Freddie Miller on sound, as Sarah Carson is handling graphics, and Matthew Gregory, our producer director for today's game. AJ Fawson, the chief engineer here at Vol State, made a cameo appearance earlier, but had to get back to his grandson's birthday party. Happy birthday to him. And we want to thank all of you that are out there listening in. Probably a few of the baseball players and softball players listening in. Appreciate those folks. They're not here. They could have played the gotcha game, which was very enjoyable to watch the other day. It was about a dozen and a half or so, probably about 15 softball and baseball players played that game at halftime. Wilson inbounds, has Groves underneath, and he gets knocked off the block. Charvez Ambrose is going to pick up the foul, and Groves will go to the free throw line for, let's see, he wasn't shooting. He's going to be there for 1 in the bonus. Ambrose picks up his second personal foul. Only 2 Senators with 3 fouls as Groves drops in the first. Damari Lytch has 3, and Elijah Clinton with 3. Isaiah Fuller, the only Pioneer in foul trouble with 3. 5 for 5 at the free throw line is Groves. He has 4 in the second half. Spin move by Brooks, and he gets the basket to go, and a timeout called by Walter State, Jerry Nichols. We want to see how many or what kind of timeouts he has left. It'll be a full timeout. We will take it with him. 71-69, Vol State leads with 11 and a half seconds to go. We'll take a 30-second timeout on the Vol State Sports Network.
A degree in criminal justice can help you find the exciting career that you've been looking for. As a member of law enforcement, as a crime scene investigator, a teacher in a classroom, a detective working on cases, a lawyer or a judge, or nearly any job where you get to put the bad guys away. Learn more at volstate.edu.
Tim Reese back on the Vol State Sports Network. 11 and a half seconds to go in the ball game in regulation. 71-69. The Pioneers with the lead. They had a 36-29 halftime lead. They have scored 35 in the half. Walters has scored 40. It'll be Vol State basketball. Dayon Subaran, Isaiah Fuller, Taylor Groves, Levante Ivory, and Willie Wilson. 5 guards in the game for the Pioneers. Taylor Groves will get the basketball. See if he's going to call a timeout. Not sure. They weren't probably trying to foul him in that position. They had a double team going, so Taylor had gotten himself into a predicament there. 8.1 on the game clock. Shot clock is not an issue. Not sure. They had 10 seconds to get it across half court, and they had 11 and a half on the clock. I don't know that they have to have that ball across before 1.5 second mark on, but at that point, Walters State, if Vol State has the ball in their possession, won't wait that long before they foul because they need the ball back. They're down by 2. Walters State, the preseason #1 pick by the coaches, is in danger of going down 1-3 in conference. Tough position to throw it in from for Subaran. As let's see if they practice this. Willie Wilson is going to be fouled by Brooks, and Wilson's going to have to go knock down some free throws. That's going to be 1 and the bonus. Willie, not the best free throw shooter that's on the court. That's Isaiah Fuller. Wilson needs to be a good free throw shooter because he does drive to the basket, but 61.5%, 8 of 13. He has not shot a free throw in this ball game. 1 in the bonus was 6.2 and rims out. Levante Ivory high for the rebound, but he knocks it out of bounds. And timeout Walters State. That's their last timeout. A couple of the officials will get together. Lead official David Carter and Justin Doris, and now Mike Woods comes across. They may be talking about how much time should have come off of the clock as Levante Ivory leaped high for that rebound, was able to get a hand on it, but could not secure the rebound and ended up knocking the ball out of bounds toward his own bench. So we'll see what the officials say. It's showing 6.2, and now Walters will have the basketball. Ball State has not had the best of luck in this situation. Trying to remember now who it was. Somebody hit a three-pointer at the buzzer. I know that Calhoun, with the score tied 99-99, had a field goal at the buzzer to defeat Vol State 101-99. But may have been Columbia State with the three-pointer. I think that's who it was. Columbia State with a three-point bucket. Won by 2 in a game that Vol State should have won. All right, to set, Chavez Ambrose, Anthony Davis Jr., Malachi Brooks try to get the ball inbounds. Says that Walters State has a timeout. Chavez for 3. His shot is no good, and no foul is called. The Pioneers will defeat the Walters State Senators 71-69. As the teams will not shake hands. Johnny Lynn, the head coach for Vol State, and the head coach for Walters, Jerry Nichols, the coaching staff will shake hands, but the teams will not. Walters will head to their locker room. The shot was no good at the buzzer, and Vol State gets the victory. their 4th in 5 tries in conference play. They moved to 4-1 and even their overall record 5-5. And I'll have to go